And I'm thinking to myself, if everything goes to shit, why don't we just do another season of Arrow? Because I want to work.
Yeah.
Because I called Greg up and I said just that. I said, look, I hope this doesn't happen. But if everything goes to shit and you guys can't get actors up here because of, issues about mostly American actors crossing into Canada, and if things can't be figured out, here's the deal, man. I'm here, and if I have to stay here, I want to work. If I'm going to work, let's just figure out a way to bring Oliver back from the dead.
Hey everybody, Buddington McGee. So this shit kind of flew under the radar, at least my radar. Fucking Stephen Amell apparently pitched Arrow Season 9, I guess. I didn't even know about this until, I think it was last night I saw the article. I'm like, well, I know what tomorrow's video is going to be, so I guess let's just dive into this. As you probably know, if you're watching this, Stephen Amell is the actor who portrayed Oliver Queen / Green Arrow on the show Arrow on the CW. It ran for 8 seasons. It ended this year, and obviously it ended with his character dying and becoming the Spectre. After the show ended and after the Crisis crossover, Stephen Amell made it abundantly clear, at least at the time, that he was done with the CW, he was not coming back, and that his character was effectively dead. However, it seems with all the craziness that's going on with the CW shows right now, with stopping and starting and stopping and starting, and all the casting craziness and people maybe not being able to make it up to Canada, apparently Stephen Amell had the idea that, if he's up there, why not do an Arrow Season 9? He even had discussions with the higher-ups at the CW. They thought he was joking at first, but they then later said that they would consider it. He said all this stuff in the podcast with Michael Rosenbaum, which is crazy to hear that they would even put that on the table. He said, quote, find a way to bring Oliver back from the dead. Look, Arrow is a show I loved in his first 2 seasons, right? I like season 3, but it was definitely a decline. Season 4 was fucking terrible. Season 5 was decent. Season 6 was okay. Season 7 was pretty bad towards the later half after the jail stuff, and Season 8 was just a mess. I feel like it was kind of losing steam as a show, unfortunately. Look, I love Stephen Amell as Oliver Queen / Green Arrow. I think he's fucking great in that role. I love how he embraced it, and I love how long he stuck around for, but I'm surprised to hear this, considering obviously he himself said that he was done, that he was not returning. It kind of seemed like he had a little bit of a sour relationship with the CW towards the end, but not gonna lie, it seems like a lot of actors do towards the end of their CW stuff. Brandon Routh, way I want to say months and months ago, he was on the Inside of You podcast, and he was talking a bit about his departure from Legends of Tomorrow and how it was kind of kind of a bitter situation and stuff like that. So it seems like the CW doesn't really have the best relationship with his actors. I'm sure they have a great working relationship, but towards the end of their runs they usually seem slightly bitter. But Steven's relationship must be all right with him if he's willing to do something like this. It's also surprising from the standpoint of the character. He died. Obviously, if you watch the Crisis on Infinite Earths event, the 5-part event, you'll know that obviously Oliver Queen helped out the Monitors. He died. He became the Spectre, and he helped defeat the Anti-Monitor, and save fucking the multiverse and shit. So his ending, while sure, it could have been done better. It was, I feel like, effective for what it was, and it was a death nonetheless, and there was weight to it, and it was done decently enough, in my opinion. So bringing him back, I feel like poses a lot of problems, and I feel like takes away the weight of that death. Not to mention, like I said before, the show was just losing steam towards the end of its run, which sucks to say because I love that show in the early seasons. But it is what it is. However, it was still probably my favorite one of the CW shows. Towards the end of Arrow's run, I was pretty much only watching Arrow and The Flash anyway. But still, I would say it was probably the best CW show. And CW, to be fair to them, they do have a pretty, interesting, I guess, slate coming up. They obviously have the Superman and Lois show, which we will be reviewing when that comes out. Obviously, The Flash, like always, but like we don't know how long that's going to continue to go on for. And then there's obviously Batwoman, and then there's like Stargirl and Legends. So they have a lineup and everything, and then they obviously have that new uh Green Arrow like show with like the Canaries and like Green Arrow and the Canaries or something like that. I watched the like pseudo pilot for that. That's definitely not for me. So I will not be watching that show. If it's for you, it's fine, but fuck no. I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole. So, I'm sure they're, probably wondering, what way they can, still have some Green Arrow in that CW verse, but I don't know, man. I feel like if I had to put money on this happening, probably not going to happen. I don't think so. Steven really only pitched this as like a backup plan kind of scenario. Don't get me wrong, it's interesting that he even like entertained the idea of coming back, but I think the CW would love to have him back as some sort of like big cameo in one of these shows or something like that. But I think I just don't see them bringing Oliver Queen back from the dead and continuing stories with him and stuff like that. I feel like his time on the CW shows is probably over, and they have future plans with different characters that they want to explore. So, but if there was a season 9, would I watch it? Probably. To be honest, Arrow, I mean, it does have some sort of like nostalgic kind of value to me. It's just one of those shows that just, I don't know, it just brings back some good memories and some good vibes. And it was just a show I really liked in its early run. It stumbled here and there, but I feel like it was executed, far better than a lot of the CW shows. So if it came back, I'd probably watch it. Video, guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell if you haven't already. Check me out at twitter.com at BuddingtonMcGee. And until next time, guys, keep being safe and release that haircut.